Here we are. Good morning, 6:16 a.m., 1/20/2012. Within this bull rally, January to current date, is that Google is gapping down. And it was at 573 last night. When we did all the live trades yesterday, live entries and exits and after hours was success. Today will be even more rewarding is that the bull stayed with the risk too long. And a risk scoring model that SMF said, no, you cannot do that. In fact, rather short at 670 with those live videos and coverage. How do I make a market today? MMTs, start setting alarms on this 580 call. It's going to be $2 in the money. So have alarms set down there. You never know what they're going to do, but let's have the lower end of the alarm at $10.80. But then let's start some around the 1560 by 1590 area, and let's bump up another one just in case so that you can learn how to set the alarm on these kind of options for practice. Set the alarm at 1750. Falls to. They're going to be $10 in the money on that kind of a gap down. At some point, we know last night that Google hit 592 in after hours and then had a $10 wonderful reversal and is now hit in pre-market this morning exactly right back up at that high number in the after hours last night, and it was 592 and some change. And now we pull back slightly. There's the gap down. Set the alarm on the 580 calls. As far as a $600 put is really going to gap up today. And what I want to show that is in this position right here. You can see that the $600 put was very deflated. And they're going to have a huge gap. So we're going to monitor that 600, which would be currently $10 in the money. See that? 590 and 600, they gap up big in value, and you'll get to learn that, MMT. But then you'll learn that the call side of the market will bounce. We're starting with the 580. We're also going to show and preview a 590 call for 121. And that they closed at 51.20. These closed at $60. They're going to get taken to the woodshed. Put side's going to pay. We were not involved in it. Yes, we had a few calls ourselves, but they were marked 770 for less than $1. So our risk was very minimized. However, we made enough money to pay for those positions, and now we're get to start all over. I'm going to monitor the weekly sell signal with this big gap down and see if it still has that weekly buy signal. That's going to be another thing we're going to do with this name. I want to set alarms right here. Last print was 51.20. Now that's right here at that strike price. Set me alarm, start me somewhere. Let's just see. We know they're going to take over 50% of the value. So just to get you used to setting alarms falls to, set that one there at 22.50 on your first falls to. Now let's get to the lower end of it and where they could go, because the day is just going to start. And it's going to start that all this money is going to go bye-bye. All of it. Say goodbye. And now the MMT will be the one who get the rewards at being at the lowest bid on these calls throughout their whole existence up until right this very moment, this expiration Friday, 1/20/2012. Market's going to open in 10 minutes. How do you like me now? And then we're going to be looking for other variable opportunities. The ISRG. Oh, what a great short, up and out of the money, $20. They spike it up, and that falls 40. That's nice stuff. That's the kind of things that we enjoy doing. Now it's on our shopping list. Earnings were great. The stock was overbought. And now we get to buy at the right price, at the market maker level. And this will be the truth. And this will be the outcome because we do have some calls that were 450s. And I'm going to be going down to and now we got the Google 590, we got the 580. There it is. Okay, I've got a $600 Google put because we're going to be watching that. Look at ISRG. I'm going to go down to the 440 calls. Yeah, we'll keep the bid down there on that 450 that way, but it would be my due diligence right now, MMT, to do what? To go to MMT, the 440 as well. Now, Brian Plain, I think we should have bids down there around 350 by 450 on this one, don't you? Because it's right coming to the strike. What do you think? Ah, here you go. And wait, ma'am, I'm live right now, and I'm talking about this, so you're going to have to get it in a moment. Brian Plain, cue that order up. Now that we got the 450 done, say I shall go to the 440 call, and I will tell Brian Plain that we need to put live bids out here. They're bringing that down. Remember, I'm a buyer, and this is live here on that CMG. We covered it last night. That's right. And we lied how to buy that, dip, and sell that, rip. And I'm going to be getting long at that. Once that bottom is put in, and once I can get that thing, and they want to run that thing $7 or $8 off the bottom from that intraday low, I shall be part of that victory. Because I'm wholesale. And I'm going to be wholesale here on that 440 call, and I'm putting bids out at $3.50 on 5. And we can set alarms. Let's start setting alarms at 8.5 by 10.5, and then just so that you know on the opening bell, which is going to happen in about 5 minutes, just start setting some alarms to get triggered at 1550 by 1680. All right? So that when you go below, gap below that number, at least you're going to be alerted, and that's the most important thing. The limit order structure is stealing it and selling it back to who? The people who create these big events and steal the premium from the public. We're going to get in front of their bids, and at least someone in this world is going to come out ahead instead of the public always losing. Pre-market, live opening bell in 4 minutes. I've given those bids. I've given the bids. I'm watching that here. I got to watch that $600 put. Here, 450 calls. Let's line it. I got it stacked. You hear me? All right? Just remember, MMTs, that when you put in the intraday high, remember the distance from last night's lows. It's almost $20 off of that. $5.93 would be what? $20, I think so. And if it pulls back a half delta, it's a $10 short. Where is Tina? Not here. Okay. So that way I don't have to worry about that. I know. I just wanted to know if she was going to have a bid on there. So that's okay. There's that gap down. Just so people know, ISRG closed at 474.85. They gapped at $20 in after hours last night and have slid in that bid all the way down to the bottom where I can get wholesale. I can get wholesale entry. And that it was extremely overbought. I'm concluding that opening bell in 3 minutes.